It's good to be back. I mean, baseball season's not here yet. But, there are some off-season moves we got to talk about. I mean, I waited a little bit until a few things started piling up before we started talking about things. But I think today was kind of like the day where I'm like, you know what? This is big enough that we can do a video on it. And here we are, and let's get it going. Let's start with what happened today. Steve Pearce, the infielder slash outfielder slash versatile player, signed by the Blue Jays for 2 years at $12.5 million. I'm not mad at that contract at all. I'm not. 2 years, it's not long term. You're not investing a good amount of years into this guy. 12.5 is just over $6 million per year. And in baseball money, that's not a lot. For a guy who can play the outfield and play first base. But that leaves the question. Does that mean Edwin is done? Does that mean there is no chance he is coming back? I think that's what it means, And guys, I know. We want Edwin. We want the chicken wing. We want the Edwin back. I understand, and I do too. But you've got to think about it from a team standpoint and what's going to make this team good and better. And, more money-wise, how they're going to do, right? You look at Edwin. He wanted 4 years at was it 5 years at 125 to start? Yeah, right. The Jays offered 4 years, 80. He said no and no. Okay. The Jays went out and signed Morales. Still have enough money to sign Edwin. Could be a good platoon guy with him. They waited. And they waited. And there was nothing. So they went out and signed Steve Pearce. They're not going to wait and wait and wait on Edwin to come to them and to sign back. I want him back. You all want him back. But it doesn't make sense anymore. Now with who we have, it just doesn't. You have Justin Smoke at first. You have Morales who can possibly play first here and there. You have Steve Pearce who will, at this point, will most likely get the brunt of the workload. So you already have pretty much 3 first basemen. Do you really sign a 4th for over $100 million? That's tough. That's really tough. And, I mean, there would only be a miraculous way that would happen. You trade Justin Smoke. Steve Pearce plays the outfield normally, like throughout most of the games, and Edwin and Morales platoon. I don't think they see Steve Pearce as that. So, do I think Edwin is coming back? No, I don't. Not with this signing today. Without it, there was still a chance because Houston signed Beltran, the Yankees signed Matt Holliday. They were signing big 1-year contracts, so I thought, they're out of it. The Jays are one of the only teams left. Now with the signing of Steve Pearce, I don't know. I don't think so. We've got to move on from it. I know it's going to be tough. We've done it before, though. Vernon Wells, Roy Halladay, we've done it. We've moved on from the big names. And look, guys, Jose Bautista, career-wise as a Blue Jay, has better numbers than Edwin. Home runs and RBIs-wise. But we're not talking about him, are we? We're talking about Edwin because of the big year he put up, the walk-off he did. All these big... Yes, it's great. But if Jose Bautista was a free agent last year, and he hit that home run against Texas, would we be screaming like we were? Probably. So, it's sports, guys. You gotta let the big guys go eventually, and looks like this is their time. And another big guy, I know it was earlier, but he's gone. Brett Cecil to the Cardinals, $30.5 million over 4 years, and that's a big contract for a lefty reliever for a team that you don't really know what you're going to get since the Cubbies are in that division. They're probably going to be winning that division for years. So St. Louis is just, probably going to be fighting for a wild card spot. And that's not going to be fun. So all the best to Brett Cecil, but it's going to be a tough one with that team. Let's move on, though, to the more recent stuff, more things that have happened within the last few days. Joaquin Benoit, I wanted him back. A lot of you guys did, too. I signed with the Philadelphia Phillies on a 1-year contract. Sucks to see him go, but it's a reliever. They come and go. It is what it is, right? Another thing that came out today that really interests me, the Blue Jays offered Dexter Fowler 4 years at around $60 million. I want Dexter Fowler. I want him. We talked about Josh Reddick we wanted. Well, he got cleaned up by, I think Houston cleaned him up. Okay, fine. Dexter Fowler is the perfect guy for this team. The perfect guy. Why do you think that? Okay, well, let's start with he's got a little bit of speed. He hits for contact. He's got a little bit of pop. He'll hit some home runs. He's a great defender. He's a center fielder, but he's getting a little bit older, so he's going to start playing the corner, right? We already have Kevin Pillar there, so you would like him to play the corner. Plus, he's a leadoff hitter. Everything the Jays have been looking for in a leadoff guy, a player, really, he's right there. But the thing is, are they willing to clean up the mess and sign him? I don't know. 4 years at $60 million is a good bit, so they are trying to push for him. The Giants were obviously a team that was, humming for him, but they signed Melancon to a big contract, so you don't really think that might happen anymore. The Cardinals and the Blue Jays look like the two teams that are going to be fighting for him. But how much are the Jays willing to fight for Dexter Fowler? Getting him on this team would be a very, very nice piece because he's only 30. He's kind of that Tulowitzki, Donaldson type of age. I like what I see from Fowler. I like what I've seen. So let's just fingers crossed, and hopefully we get a video in the next couple days talking about Dexter Fowler signing with the Blue Jays. I hope so. A few small things to touch up on before we end off the video. Lefty relievers. I mean, obviously with Brett Cecil gone, we have Aaron Loop and Matt Dermody left. Yeah, that needs to change. Maybe like a Boone Logan if he's. I don't even know if he's still around. Or I think it's Jerry Blevins is still out there. We need a lefty reliever, a reliable one at that. Because, well, we'd be in a really bad spot otherwise. Another one that was one today that I heard that two teams, Blue Jays and one other one that slips my mind, were interested in Brad Ziegler. He was traded over from the Arizona Diamondbacks to the Boston Red Sox around the trade deadline last year, and he was very good all year. 2.25 ERA in both, combined. So it's not like he was great in the National League but garbage in the American League. Nope, he was good combined. He's a nasty delivery. Weird delivery. If you go look at his highlights against the Blue Jays, kind of made them look silly a good bit. Good pitcher. Old veteran pitcher, but that's what we need, right? Look what happened when we brought in the old guys last year with Grilly and Benoit. The bullpen changed. You need the veterans in the bullpen. Ziegler and Grilly, I think, would be great pieces in that pen. That's what I think. Now, the last thing I want to end off, guys, notes are done. What else do the Blue Jays have to do? We talked about lefties. We could add some right-handers, some good right-handers in the pen. Yes. Brad Ziegler, I think, would be a great piece for that. Some corner outfielders. Could be Steve Pearce. Could be Melvin Upton Jr. He might be starting next year if they don't get anything else done. Dexter Fowler. Every time I say the guy's name, it makes me think how perfect it would be. A backup catcher would be nice because, we don't have Josh Tolley anymore. I don't think. I think they dropped him out. So they have Russell Martin. Maybe A.J. Jimenez maybe going to get a shot in spring training. He was that highly touted catcher that had some injury problems and couldn't find his way. He's in AAA last year, so maybe he'll get the shot. I don't know. Still lots of questions. It's only December. It's only December. It would be a great Christmas gift? Dexter Fowler. So, gosh darn it, guys. That was fun. That was fun. Talking off-season Blue Jays gets me fired up because you know what? The Jays are a playoff team. You win, you lose with pitching. The Jays keep the rotation they had last year, except R.A. Dickey. Go back to a 5-man with Lariano. It's fine. It's totally fine. The bullpen, maybe a little touch-ups with the lefties. Outfielders, corners, yes. First basemen, you've got a buttload of them. You need a backup catcher. So there are some needs, yes. Let's just see what we can get done. Let me know. Hey, so that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the offseason video, and you missed the Blue Jays videos, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, because, hey, we're going all offseason Blue Jays edition. You know, hopefully we get some big moves going, and we'll be getting more regular Jays videos, because I did miss it. Comment down below what your guys' suggestions are for the Jays, what they need to improve on, some players that they could end up signing as good pieces. Let me know everything you guys have to say, because I want to hear it all. And we'll talk to you guys, well, later tonight. Toronto Raptors, Cleveland Cavaliers. It's going to be a doozy. Why does that have to be on TSN2? Stupid. Oh well. We'll talk to you guys tonight. Raptors edition. We'll see you guys then.